morning, guys. I'm starting off this vlog early in our morning. I usually wait till like I'm all ready and we're out the door, but I'm just starting it a little bit early today. Right now, my little sweetie is being such a good girl and she's eating her breakfast. She has gotten so much better at eating, guys. She uses her fork now. She keeps her food on her plate. She's actually been eating a lot better. Like right now, she's having waffles and bananas for breakfast. A huge part of it though is putting on like a movie or a show to entertain her, because when she's distracted by like a movie or a show, it helps her eat. Like she doesn't focus on what she's eating and she's not like, ew, this is gross, I don't want to eat this. She's focused on the movie and she just kind of shovels the food into her mouth. So as a mom, we just have to find things that work for our kids, and I think I might have found something that works for her because she has been eating pretty well lately and I'm so happy about it. As you guys know, that was like one of the things that I was really like stressed out over, but not anymore. I'm just like running around my house right now, like cleaning every single room. So another super exciting thing that happened last night, Gracelyn slept in her own bed. I actually took the rails off of her crib and turned it into a little toddler day bed. She loved it. Like she was jumping. As soon as I took the rails off this bed, she got on it and was like jumping on it. And let's see, Gigi. Let's see. Wow. Wow. Are you going to sleep in here tonight? I'm so proud of her for sleeping in her big girl bed. Like I'm seriously so proud of her. You guys don't even understand. This is a huge step for Gracelyn. Like honestly, I think it's just because I took the rails off of this thing and it's not like a little baby jail anymore. And she doesn't feel as like constricted in this. So today is a Sunday. It is Sunday the 14th, I want to say, January 14th. We're actually going somewhere super fun today. I've been looking forward to going to this. You guys can kind of tell my voice is still kind of a little bit raspy. I'm like still sick. It's ridiculous. It's been like 3 weeks at this point and I still have congestion. I still have a runny nose. I still have a cough. It's becoming super annoying. Like right now I'm just tidying up the house because I like my house to be clean. Doing my hair right now and Emily Dunn did it again. She came home and surprised me. So Spencer just, well, there was a knock at my door. I was like, who is that? And then I see and Spencer's like, it's Uncle Spencer. And I open the door and she's like, Mom dropped me off. And then Emily pops out of nowhere. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. I think she was videoing it, so I'll insert the video right here if I can. But I need to finish curling my hair.
Olivia, it's Uncle Spencer.
Okay, you're like, what? Surprise! I don't understand. Surprise,
baby! We are just about to head out the door. I'm just grabbing everything that we need and then we are leaving. So if you guys are wondering where we're going to Disney on Ice. So it's like an ice show where they're on skates and it's just like a bunch of Disney characters and stuff. I'll definitely be vlogging it, but I wanted to show you guys Gracelyn's outfit really quick. She's just wearing this super cute outfit. My mom actually got this for her like a year ago on the Target clearance rack, but it's just like a bell. Okay, it's a little bit big, but we're gonna make it work. So it just has bell on it, and then the little cute matching pants with like the roses and all that stuff. So I just wet down her hair, so that's why her hair looks a little crazy. And she's trying to get into her mommy's wallet, which she's not supposed to do. Can you put that in the diaper bag? Here, put it in the diaper bag so we can go bye-bye. Guys, look at how freaking cute. She's mad at me because I'm recording. Gracelyn, let me show your little outfit, please. I had to switch her outfit because I felt like she was gonna be too cold in it. So I put her in this super adorable outfit. It has like the leggings with the matching scarf. Hey, you do not hit. Cute little bow that she's not gonna keep on, and her little jacket, and then she just has black boots on. Are you ready to go pick everybody up? Yeah, you wanna go get Spencer? So you're just going to pick everybody up. I'm driving because I have the biggest car that's going to fit everybody. I have all of my siblings going and then my mom, so that's 7 people total. So I have the car that fits everybody. So we are going to pick them up, and then we're going to actually go somewhere to eat before we go to the show, and then we are going to head to Cleveland to go watch the show, and we're super excited. I think I'm more excited than Graceland because Graceland has no idea what's going on, but I'm still very excited for her to watch the show and see all the pretty lights and all the dances and all that fun stuff. We are running really late right now, and she almost just fell and broke her leg. I'm with my sister Kaylee. Everyone else already went inside.
We're gonna miss the show.
Yeah, we're freaking late. It started at 7, and it's like 7:10 probably at this point.
And we don't even know if we're walking in the right direction.
Yeah, we don't know where we're at. We're in an alley right now, an alley in Cleveland. Probably not safe, you know, but it's all right. We're gonna find a way there. We need to get out of here. And the weather's horrible, as you can see. These are what the streets look like.
We're plowing for you.
Yeah. Nice driving conditions. So I just got Grayson this little light up wand. This guy was just selling them on the street for $5, and inside they're like 30. So I was like, why not?
When he asked her which one she wanted, she said, whatever one's in your hand. And he literally gave the one that was in his hand.
He literally gave me the one he's been holding for like 5 hours. Like, they had a bunch of new ones, but he gave me the one he was holding. I'm gonna laugh and you fall and crack your head open. Slide down this hill, I dare you. Slide on your butt down this hill. Show's over, we made it. I'm really hoping that my wallet is in the car. Why isn't my camera focusing?
That we didn't lock.
Because I did lock my car, but guys, I was trying to get Dippin' Dots and I was in line, and I went to go look for my wallet and it wasn't in my bag. And I like literally like freaked out because there's a lot of things in my wallet, like a lot of important things. So I'm really hoping my wallet is in the car or I am screwed. My car, here's the moment of truth to see. Oh, thank the Lord! Gosh. I have my freaking wallet. That is such a relief. Now we are going to go pick up Gima and my sisters and Graceland because we left them at the place because it was too cold for them to walk this far. Bye, baby. I love you. I know. I'll see you later, okay? Mwah. I am leaving my mom's house right now. So, guys, something crazy happened, and I'm kind of terrified to talk about it, but I don't want to leave a lot of you guys hanging because on Snapchat, I had Snapchatted a picture of myself, and I said, I just want to forget what happened last night, because something like so insane, something that has never happened to me before, happened last night. So we're gonna start from whenever we got home from Disney on Ice. Emily had slept over. So when we moved in, gosh, this stresses me out. When we moved into our apartment, 2 days after we move in, the remote for my TV went missing. This is an important part of the story, okay? I know you're probably like, what are you talking about? But the remote went missing, okay? And I haven't been able to find it ever, like at all. I haven't been. I looked everywhere. I did find the DVD remote that also went missing, and it was in one of like the boxes that I never unpacked in my closet, and I found it there, but I never found my TV remote. I looked in every crack of my apartment. I even tweeted you guys that night that Emily was there, and I said, if you were a toddler, where would the remote be? Because I wanted the remote for my TV because we were watching a movie, and I just wanted the remote to be able to easily like turn the volume, skip, you know what I mean, all that stuff. You guys like suggested a lot of places. I looked, I could not find the freaking remote anywhere. So we go to bed, I fall asleep. So I fall asleep on my couch. Emily, eventually, she falls asleep on the couch. She goes to my bed though in the middle of the night. And then Graceland's in her room sleeping with the door closed, may I add. Whenever Graceland goes to bed, I always close her door because I don't want her to get out and go into things without me knowing. So I always shut her door all the way. Same with my room. That next morning, Emily had actually left super early that morning at like 7 in the morning. And I woke up to my TV remote sitting on my coffee table with dust all over it. And I'm like, okay, Emily must have found my remote. So I text my sister, and I'm gonna actually read you guys what I said to her. I said, bro, where did you find my remote? She said, I didn't find it. I said, shut the F up. She said, actually, I heard you get up and get it. Like, I'm scared. I said, dude, like, are you joking? I have no, I said ducking, no ducking clue where it was. But I remember in the middle of the night, feeling it on the table, and I was so confused, but I thought I was dreaming. Like, please tell me you're joking and you found it. There's no other explanation. The thing has been missing for months, dude, and it just appears on my table overnight. And she said, no, I didn't find it. When I woke up on the couch, I tried to wake you up to go to bed, and you didn't. Like, you wouldn't get up. So I just went to your bed, and I heard you get up, and I heard a noise, like a remote hit the table, and then I heard nothing, and I was really confused. And I said, shut the F up. This doesn't make sense. This cannot possibly make sense. You're lying, Emily. There's no explanation. Because I'm like, what? So then she goes, no, I'm not lying. And I go, unless I was literally sleepwalking and found my remote in my damn sleep, then I had no clue where it was. And she goes, I was actually kind of scared because you never came to bed after I heard those noises. Well, you must have found it in your sleep. And I said, like, what? Oh my God, wait, I remember something. And she said, what? I'm scared. And I said, I might have possibly found the remote in the crack of my couch when I was asleep, but I'm not 100% sure. The thing is I remember, I thought about it really hard, and I remember dreaming. Like, this wasn't real. Like, it was a dream. I had a dream that I found my remote. I had a dream I found it in the crack of my couch. But the thing is my remote went missing 2 days after I moved into my apartment. I didn't get my couch until like 2 or 3 weeks after I moved into my apartment. So it just doesn't make sense why the remote would have been in my couch. It literally doesn't make any sense unless Graceland found the remote and then put it in my couch. And then when I was sleeping on the couch that night, I somehow stuck my hand in the crack of the couch, grabbed the remote, and threw it on the table. Like, it doesn't make sense. So that's the first weird thing that happened in this sequence of strange events that has happened. Next day, I was home all day. Like, I didn't work or anything. Me and Graceland just had a chill day. I cooked breakfast, I cleaned, we played with toys, we watched movies, I took a shower, she took a bath, I cleaned some more. Like, nothing else of the unusual went on. Nothing strange happened. No weird events. Nothing like that happened. So later that night, I had like a craving for ice cream, for milkshakes. I put it on Twitter. I said, do you guys know like of any place I can go that's a fast food restaurant where I can get like something that's chocolatey? You know, a lot of you guys recommended me things, so thank you. And I went to go leave. Left my house at 9:30 and I got home at 10:30. So when I got home, I opened my living room door, or I opened my door to my apartment, and there was, so I keep like wooden poles in my windows and in my sliding doors to prevent somebody from breaking in because of like I can't think of the scientific word for it, but basically if the door was accidentally unlocked or something, you couldn't open it because that pole would restrict the door from opening, if that makes sense. Same with the windows. That pole was laying in the middle of my freaking living room floor, guys. And I took a picture when I walked into I took a picture of it. Like, I walked in, I sat Graceland down, you can see her. She still had her hat and her coat on, and I took a picture of this stick. So that brown stick in the middle goes into the window. And I thought to myself, there's no way that I left my apartment with this brown stick sitting in the middle of the carpet, because I double check all my locks, I double check all my lights, I double check everything, my outlets before I leave, because I'm just paranoid like that. Like, I double check everything. I would have realized that that stick was not in my door before I left. I would have realized a wooden stick sitting in my living room before I left. I would have realized that. And Graceland didn't, I don't recall her ever getting into the window and getting it out and moving it and putting it there. I don't ever remember her doing that before we left to go get milkshakes. And the thing is even if Graceland did do that, it's so hard to get that stick out of the sliding door. Like, I'll insert a video. I posted this on Twitter to show you guys how hard it is to actually get the stick out. And I'll insert that video right here so you guys can see. So this, like, takes an adult to get out because of the way that it's wedged. Like, I really don't think Graceland could have got this out. You have to pull it up like this and then scoot it. Like, see, I can't even do it. That's how hard this is to get this out. So I have no, like, I can't even get it out right now. It's really hard to get out. It's actually very hard to get that stick out. I seriously don't think Graceland could have got it out. If there was by any chance, I didn't see it and I didn't notice it before we left and she got it out. But it almost seems impossible that she could have got that stick out. After that, I put the stick back. I'm like, okay, it's whatever. You know, Graceland could have done it. This had a reason to it. Graceland could have possibly done this, so I wasn't super freaked out yet. So I put the stick back, and then this is very important, guys. This is an important part, so listen. I turn my TV on. I turned my TV on and Disney Channel is on for Graceland because I was like, we're just gonna relax, get ready. It's already 10:30, you know, I have to work in the morning. I just wanna wind down for the night and relax and try and forget about, you know, these strange things that have happened that have no explanation to them. So Dog with the Blog is on Disney Channel. Like, I remember looking at it because I was like, this is a really stupid show. I remember thinking that in my head, like, this is a really dumb show. And I was thinking about how Disney Channel has changed. So it's playing. I'm FaceTiming my mom and I'm telling my mom, she's like, you know, that's kind of weird. Did you check your closets? Did you check, like, under your bed, everything? And I went through my apartment. As soon as I found out about the stick thing, I actually went through everything in my apartment and I checked everything to make sure that nobody had broke in. Even I just knew that there was nobody in my apartment, but of course I double checked everything. My pantry, I didn't check my fridge, but I don't think anybody was in my fridge. I literally checked every nook and cranny of my apartment. It's not that much space. I checked every single spot. There was no way a human could be in my apartment or have even broken into my apartment. There were no signs of a break-in. I checked the windows, I checked everything. Everything was the way that I left it. So I was FaceTiming my mom and she's like, you know, that's weird. Like, if you don't feel comfortable staying at your house tonight, you can come stay at ours. So when I was on FaceTime with my mom, I was going through my house checking everything while I was on FaceTime with her. And I went to go open Graceland's door and her door didn't open all the way. And I about shit my pants because I thought there was somebody behind her door. But it was a pillow. There was a pillow stuck behind her door. And my mom said to me, why was there a pillow behind her door? And I go, I don't know, Mom. Like, that's not something that I'm really worried about because her pillows are always off her bed. She must have just threw it behind her door or something. And I checked everything in her room. So I hung up on my mom and then I tidied up Graceland's room because Graceland's room was just kind of messy and I just wanted to clean it up before we went to bed because we were going to go to bed for the night really soon. So I picked everything up, all her pillows were on her bed and everything, and I tidied everything up. Nothing was on the floor. Nothing was on the floor, guys. Everything was normal how it would be, and I left the room and I turned the light off. So then I go and call my sister because I just can't get this off my mind and I feel like I should tell her because she knew about the remote incident. So, hold on, I need to make sure I'm not late for work. So I call her and I'm like telling her what happened. I'm like, yo, like, have you seen my Twitter? And she's like, no. And I was explaining the story on Twitter and I was adding like Twitter because these things just kept happening they just kept happening and happening. So I kept adding to this thread on Twitter. If you guys follow me, you would know. I told her everything that happened and her reaction like really freaked me out. She was like, you know what? This doesn't seem right. This is really weird. I think you should leave. I think you should go stay at Mom's for tonight. Like, that's just really weird. And so I was like, you know what? I agree. I dropped everything I was doing. Graceland was just playing, and I ran into my room, and I was on FaceTime with her, and I was explaining to her, and I was double checking everything to make sure everything was normal, and I was like, you know what, you're right. I think I'm gonna leave. Like, I think I'm gonna leave. I went in my closet, I grabbed my makeup bag, and I went into my bathroom. So, at this point, Graceland sees that I'm like flustered, and she sees that I'm like stressed, and she senses my stress, and she's following me around. She always follows me around, but at this point she's like really following me, like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, I want to know what you're doing. You're running around like a crazy person. So I'm in the bathroom. When I walk into my bathroom, guys, my TV is on. My bathroom is across from my bedroom, and then like, so this is my bedroom, my bathroom, and my living room. So when I walked from my bathroom, I looked at my TV and I saw a dog with a blog was on. I went to pack my makeup into my bag. Graceland was by my side this entire freaking time. She was in the bathtub because I noticed that she was playing with the cup that's in the bathtub, and she kept dropping it in the bathtub and making it spin, and it was freaking me out because the cup was spinning, but that was just normal because when a cup hits the ground, like, it spins, whatever. Whenever she has an opportunity to play in the bath, she plays. So I'm packing my makeup. I left my phone in my room on the floor with my sister on FaceTime. I noticed things got really quiet. I didn't hear my sister, and I also didn't hear the TV. I walk out of the bathroom to go walk to my room, and I don't think anything of it. I walk and I look at my TV, and then I take a second glance. I have freaking chills, right? Like, I have chills down my whole entire body, guys. My TV was off. Like, my TV was off. I was internally screaming and crying. Like, I actually kind of have tears in my eyes because of how frightened I still am over this. Like, I didn't want to freak Graceland out, so I kept it cool, and I didn't want it to be known if there was something or somebody. I didn't want it to be known that they knew that I knew. So I kept it, I kept calm, and I was like, oh my gosh, I sped this shit up. I was grabbing stuff. I have to work, like, I had to work the next day, so I was like grabbing things. I grabbed my work clothes. I was like throwing stuff out of my laundry bin, and Graceland was right behind me, guys. She followed me right into my room as soon as I picked up my pace. As soon as I walked into the room and noticed the TV from the bathroom, Graceland was right behind me. She was ripping my clothes out because she loves to do that, so she was just imitating me, and she was pulling things down like I was, because she was like, oh yeah, this is fun, this is a party. My mom's making a mess like I do all day long, and she's not yelling at me, and she's not picking up after me. Like, heck yeah. So then I thought I had everything, and I was like panicking. Oh my gosh, I was panicking. I was so scared. I thought I had everything. I grabbed my giant tote. I was throwing stuff in the bag. Like, I grabbed my shoes for work, and I got to my front door, and Graceland was right behind me. She followed me right up to the front door, and realized that I didn't have her diaper bag. So I went into her room, and I went to go grab her diaper bag that I sat on her little toy chest thingy. It was on the ground. I don't remember it falling, but I'm not gonna say this is too strange because it could have just tipped over, because it does get top heavy sometimes. So I kind of did toss it in there when I did put it in there when we got home. But I grabbed her diaper bag that was on the floor, and I turned around to go walk out of her room, and oh my gosh, I have chills. Her drawer was open, one of her drawers was open, and the string lights were on the ground. Guys, I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. At that point, I was like, we are going. I talked to Siri. I was like, FaceTime Mom. I literally was like crying. I was hysterical. I don't even remember what I said. I was like, Mom, listen, I need you to just stay on FaceTime. I need you just to stay on FaceTime with me. I don't want to say what happened, but I'm really scared. And I was like trembling. I could barely talk to her. Like, I couldn't get my words straight. I was just so focused on getting out of my apartment because I was so terrified of what was happening. I think Graceland she was just kind of like, da, 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 da. Like, she was just very hyper because I was hyper, and I was freaking out. I was scattering to get her jacket on. I was like, let's put your jacket on. I was still on FaceTime with my mom. My mom was like, Olivia, what happened? And she's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, just shut up. Just don't talk. Like, I was freaking out. Oh my gosh, I was freaking out. I got her head on, and I said, okay, let's go. I turned on all my lights. I shut my door. I locked it, and I freaking left. I was hysterical in my car. I called my sister. I was crying to her. I was like, what just happened? Like, what just happened? I drove to my parents' house, and I stayed here for the night. We stayed here for the night because there was no way in hell that I was staying at my apartment after what had just happened. There's no explanation to these things that happened. I don't understand what what happened. That's what happened. I've never had anything like this happen to me before. I've never had something like this happen in my apartment. I've never got this vibe from my apartment. I feel extremely uncomfortable right now. Like, this honestly sucks, and I'm terrified to go back to my apartment. I think I'm going to go back before I go to work though, because I need to go grab a drink and a snack. But I'm so scared. Like, this just doesn't make sense. I know there was not a human in my apartment. I don't know what was in my apartment. This stuff just doesn't happen. Like, there's no way that my TV just turned off by itself. And also, if Gracelyn did somehow get away from me in the bathroom, which I know for a fact she did not get away from me. She was right next to me. My remote, when I went, I peeked into my living room. My remote was sitting on the couch right where I left it, right next to the pillow I was laying on when I had sat down for a second when I got home to turn the TV on. So there's no way that Gracelyn even could have went in there, took the remote. She doesn't even know how to turn the TV on and off. Like, that's another thing. Guys, this is so, I've never had anything happen like this. Any, like, I hate to say it, but any, like, paranormal experience, and I was terrified. I felt like I was in a scary movie. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but that was honestly terrifying, and there's no other explanation to it besides ghost. So yeah, I just want to be comfortable in my apartment. Like, this honestly sucks so much. I will not be able to live here if this continues. Like, it's just so weird. I've lived in my apartment for I've lived here for 3 months, and I've never had this happen to me. So it doesn't make sense why all of a sudden something like this would happen. I didn't go anywhere weird. I didn't do anything weird. I didn't do anything to bring something into my home. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so freaking weird, guys. I don't know. So that's how my night went.